here's the challenging part. To teach your body emotionally what that future is going to feel like before the experience, that means you cannot wait for your wealth to feel abundance and to feel worthy. You can't wait for your success to feel empowerment and gratitude. You can't wait for your healing to feel whole, your new relationship to feel love, or the mystical moment to feel awe. That's the old model of reality of cause and effect. We're waiting for something outside of us to take away the emptiness and the pain or the lack we feel inside of us. And the moment we feel better inside of us, we pay attention to whatever caused that. Cause and effect, Newtonian physics. But what if you're not creating a life and you're living as a victim, reacting to everyone and everything in your life? What if your life never changes? You spend your whole life living in lack, in emptiness. The quantum model of reality is about causing an effect. That means the moment you start feeling abundant and worthy, you're generating wealth. The moment you start feeling empowered and gratitude, you're stepping towards your success. The moment you start feeling whole, your healing begins. The moment you're in love with yourself and you're in love with life, you're going to create equals in your life. And the moment you're in awe of life, or the moment you're going to have a mystical experience, that's causing an effect. So then when you start to understand that your inner world begins to affect your outer world, it begs the question, can you believe in a future that you can't see or experience with your senses yet, but you've thought about enough times in your mind that your brain is literally changed to look like the experience has already happened? Well, the latest research in neuroscience says it's absolutely possible. And can you begin to select a new potential in the quantum field? And there's infinite potentials in the quantum field. And begin to emotionally embrace that new reality before it's made manifest, and fall in love with it to such a degree that your body, as the unconscious mind, is believing it's living in that future reality in the present moment, and you're signaling new genes and new ways that change your body to look like the experience has already happened. The latest research in epigenetics says it's absolutely possible. Now think about this. There's physical evidence in your brain and body to look like the experience has already happened because you were selecting that unknown over and over again and making it known. Now it's in your biology, it's in your brain and your body, you're wearing it. That means then that the experience has already happened. And this is where you get to relax, because when you reach this level, there's nothing for you to do, because the experience is going to find you. And it's going to come in a way that you least expect. Why does it come in a way that we least expect? Because if we can expect it, we can anticipate it, it's nothing new. It has to catch us off guard and surprise us. It has to rock our world. And the moment we're surprised by this novel experience, this new event, the moment we're caught off guard by the new experience, we're going to remember what we did to create it. And now we just move from living as a victim to our life, where everyone and everything outside of us is controlling how we feel and think, to all of a sudden beginning to become a creator of our life. In other words, how we think and feel is beginning to produce an outcome in our world. And the energy from that surprise, the energy from that experience, the awe, the wonder, the joy, the freedom that's created from that moment, then is the exact energy we use to create the next experience and the experience after that. And now we're inspired to create. And most people can't wake up in the morning and start their day because their body's already resigned, because the body already can predict how every experience is going to be emotionally. And when you can predict every experience emotionally, there's no room for the unknown. So then, to become familiar with the old self, and then to become so familiar with the new self, means you're going to have to unlearn the old self and relearn a new self. to break the habit of the old self and reinvent a new self, to prune synaptic connections and sprout new connections, to unmemorize emotions that are stored in the body and recondition the body to a new mind and to a new emotion, to deprogram and to reprogram, to lose your mind and create a new one, to take your energy and your attention out of the emotions of the past and begin to invest your attention and your energy into a new future. And so then, as I said, the hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. And the moment you decide to do something differently, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Now, most people think that discomfort is bad, and I'm here to tell you that uncomfortableness, that unpredictability, that uncertainty, the unfamiliarity that you feel when you begin to make a different choice is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It means you just gone from the old self and you have to cross a river to the new self. And the moment you make a different choice, you step into that river. And most people, if their body has been conditioned to be the mind, the body starts influencing the mind. The body's craving the familiar. It wants the known. It wants the predictable. So the body says, why don't you start tomorrow? Starts influencing the mind. You're too much like your mother. You'll never change. It's your ex's fault. This is not the right day to do this. And that's the body trying to influence the mind to return back to its same emotional state. But when you understand that crossing that river requires then the neurological, the biological, the chemical, the hormonal, genetic death of the old self, requires that you become comfortable in the unknown. That void is actually the perfect place to create from. So then, in the process of change then, when you're in that place of unpredictability or that place of uncertainty or that place of the unknown, and you can stay there and begin to decide who you want to be when you open your eyes, what thoughts you do want to fire and wire in your brain, what behaviors you want to rehearse, what emotions you want to condition your body to begin to feel before it happens. It should become familiar to you the more you do it. And so why is that important? The importance is because when you finish your meditation and you're doing the work, we want you to maintain that modified state of mind and body your entire day. And if you can maintain that state of being your entire day, get ready because something unusual is going to happen in your life. That's the law. And how will it come? In synchronicities and coincidences and serendipities and opportunities that literally come out of nowhere. So then when you start seeing the feedback in your life as a result of the efforts of this course, and you've taken time to do the work, and yes, you're going to come up against yourself. I want you to. You're going to come up against some thoughts and some emotions and some habits because those are the exact things that are standing in the way between you and your future. And I'm going to press you a little bit past where you normally stop. Why? Because on the other side of your fear is courage. On the other side of your pain is freedom. On the other side of your resentment and anger is love and compassion. It's the same energy. It's just trapped in the body. And when you begin to cross that river from the old self to the new self, and you begin to get beyond yourself in that way and begin to create a new personal reality by creating a new personality, when the synchronicities and serendipities start to happen, you're going to begin to believe that more and more is possible. And the act of believing that more and more is possible begins you to dream even bigger and bigger ways. So then pay attention to the material. Understand that plenty of people around the world are doing this really, really well. It's a skill. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. We have done extensive research, and we now know that when you combine that clear intention and create a coherent brain, and you begin to open your heart, and that heart begins to beat in more coherent state, that you begin to produce a measurable magnetic field, and that field begins to connect you to the quantum field, and that this center is the center of oneness and wholeness. This is the center where we connect to that unified field, and we lay an intent of thought on that energy. That frequency is carrying information. Now you're changing your energy. And when you change your energy, you change your life.